I didn't know the meaning of the title beforehand, but apparently Godzilla minus one means that the economic state has been reduced to zero, and Godzilla appears and brings the an economy to the negative state, which is interesting. Godzilla minus one is a Japanese movie directed and written by Takashi Yamazaki, and it stars Ryunosuke Kamiki, Minami Hamabe, and Yuki Yamada. It is a 37th Kaiju Godzilla film, a franchise that has been going strong since 1954. That's pretty impressive since this movie is one of the best movies of 2023. Not all of the Godzilla movies have been great, obviously, but this one is. It's actually a really good movie. Godzilla Minus One takes place in 1945 and tells the story of Koshi, who is a former kamikaze pilot and feels disgrace after he failed to attack Godzilla when the monster wreaked havoc. The monster then attacks Japan, forcing the government and the army to come up with a plan and to get rid of Godzilla once and for all. This movie works because it's all character and it's the story beforehand, and Godzilla is there, but he's in the background. And I think that this film is really well directed. It's really well acted, and that's where it sort of it sort of shifts from other Godzilla films that we've had in the past. Mostly the Godzilla Monsterverse, the King Kong and the Godzilla Monsterverse that we've been having most recently. Here it's all character. The actors, they do a wonderful job here of playing off each other. They can emote a lot of emotion through the dramatic scenes as well as the action scenes. They're all really good. I did not think that the cast has one weak link, and I think that's impressive in a movie like this. I think Hollywood should take note. They should direct more giant movies like this. Put them more character based. I didn't know that the budget of this movie was like 15 million. I think that's really impressive considering all the special effects that they had to do. They look great. I really don't understand why some movies, some Hollywood movies, cost like 250 million or 300 million to make. It's an insane amount of money. But this film, I think they did it well. You put their special effects, but you don't overdo it. You do a lot of action. You do a lot of character, and I think that's great. I think that's the way to do it. But here everything is really well done. We also see a lot of Godzilla, which is something I'm happy about. The Garrett Edwards 2014 Godzilla is a movie I liked. I think it's a decent movie. But we don't get enough Godzilla in that film. Here, I think there's a good balance of character development and of seeing the monster. But like I said, the monster is sort of there to move the plot along, but the characters are there to drive the story. It's a really nice balance between the two. I really enjoyed all of the performances. The actors are really good. Ryunosuke Kamiki plays a former kamikaze pilot, like I said, and he feels of the soldiers that were with him when Godzilla attacked. Now, Minami Hamabe's character, she comes to live with him. They are not married. They just happen to live together, and she has a daughter that is not her own, that she raised. She adopted, and all three of them live together. But since Koishi's the kamikaze pilot, our main character, he's still feeling like he abandoned his post, like he didn't perform his duty, so he's not worthy of loving Noriko. Um, in a culture like this makes sense, and I really like their chemistry with one another. They played off each other well, and I thought that it was the heartbeat of the entire film. Their relationship was the heartbeat of the entire film. So yeah, all the actors, they do a good job. The the guy that comes up with the plan to drown Godzilla, I thought was very good in the film. Um, everyone, they can show a lot of emotion during the attacks, during the emotional scenes, and yeah, I thought the acting all around was terrific. The director said that this movie was inspired by the worldwide pandemic and how everyone showed anxiety and how the government was sometimes unreliable. This film, I think, does reflect that a bit, and on a much grander scale. However, and uh, it shows the panic and how people would react to a situation like this. It shows that very well, in my opinion, and it's a very suspenseful film, is responsible for the death of and Godzilla. I think he looks really cool. He has a lot of cool action scenes here, and yeah, overall I was really entertained throughout this movie. I think it's one of the best movies of the year, like I've heard people say. I just have a small gripes, and that's due to it can also be a bit predictable. It's nothing like I don't have a major problem with that. It's just that sometimes the movie can bit a bit like you can predict sort of the out the next scene and what's gonna happen. They sort of try to do like a surprise ending, but you kind of predict it. I'm fine with that. It didn't really bother me per se. I think the movie is executed pretty well, and yeah, I don't have much gripes, man. I think this is a fantastic movie. That's mostly script issues, so I'll wait until the ending of this video. Other than the script issues, I think maybe it's a bit too long. But other than that, I don't have any other gripes with this movie. I think it's a great action movie. It's emotional. It's got a great story, good characters, and very great, terrific, exciting scenes with Godzilla in it. So we're gonna move into spoilers. If you haven't seen the movie, well, go see the movie and then come back. If you haven't seen the movie yet, I guess one of the major gripes here is that Noriko survives at the end, which I think is kind of like a Hollywood sappy ending, and I didn't really think that this movie needed that. She gets blown away by so much debris. I mean, it would be almost impossible to survive that. I like the character. I just think that it would have been better for this movie to have killed her at this moment. And at that moment when she pushes off Koichi behind the wall, behind the building, she could have easily get in there with him. She could have grabbed him and they could have get in there together. I don't know why she pushed him and just to be taken by the debris. I didn't think that really made any sense. I think anybody would have done this, just grab the person and then throw themselves into the alley to safety. I don't really understand that moment, but I guess they wanted her to die there, but they didn't really kill her off. So either either have her survive the moment or just kill her off. I think that's I don't like it when directors feel the need to bring back characters that they killed. I think it's sort of weak writing. And also, in the ocean, I don't know if anybody else thought about this, but when Godzilla stands up in the water, that sort of means like the ocean isn't that deep, and they managed to drown him. And when they drown him, it feels like the creature is going very deep. It feels so deep. Um, but when he stands up, it feels like the ocean is like it isn't very deep at all. I guess it's just to show how big Godzilla is, but at the same time, this doesn't make sense because they're about to drown him. So that I think part didn't work well for me as much. I just found it strange. I guess he survives because we see him like sort of mutating at the end and moving. Maybe they're gonna make a sequel to this movie. I wouldn't be opposed to it. I think it's a very good film. It's one of the best movies of the year for sure. So yeah, those lie my gripes. Other than that, I thought maybe it was a bit too long, but yeah, that's not very a big gripe. Overall, I think this film is extremely well directed. It's very exciting, very well done. It's got some good characters, some solid storytelling, and yeah, do check out Godzilla -1 if you really want to have a good time at the movies. I'd give this a solid A minus. I think it's very good. So yeah, let me know what you thought about the movie in the comments down in the comments below. See you next time. Bye.